Are we here? Are we here? All right. Hi, Aries. This is your reading for. It's going to be a brief overview of the year, since the reading that I did last month is covering Venus retrograde, which basically covers January. So we're going to look into the rest of the year very briefly over the 12 months of 2022 to figure out what's like a brief preview of what's to come for you. So I have the spread pulled already. I don't know why I thought this was an Aquarius reading, but this is for Aries. I'm sorry, this is irrelevant rambling, but I don't know why I thought I was pulling a spread for Aquarius. So something about Aquarius season, Uranus or Saturn could be impacting you. And I know there's a very important transit that could be happening either around your birthday or in April. So let's go ahead and get into this reading. I'm also trying to figure out different ways to do my reading. So wanting to incorporate more astrology and less cards. So we'll see. We'll work it out. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into your reading. This is a 6-year numerology. So for this particular spread, I'm using the Lovers in the center. There's going to be lots of integration, coming together, collaboration, cooperation, healing in relationships and of all kinds, friendships, platonic relationships, romantic relationships, etc. So that's why the Lovers is in the center. It can also just be an integration between your masculine and feminine energy, your ego and your spirit, different aspects of who you are internally. Okay, so let's get into it. For January, the first card is the 10 of Wands. So there's something that has been burdensome. It's been weighing you down. Maybe you took on too many responsibilities, but you're finishing. You're wrapping it up. You're closing it out, and you realize how overwhelming something was. It was taking a lot of your time, your energy, and maybe it wasn't even your responsibility to do it in the first place, but it's caused a lot of stress, and it's like caused a lot of stamina. And now you're closing this chapter in January. It could be involving some relationship that, or it could be inviting a new relationship in. Maybe whatever it is that you're taking care of is allowing you to clear space for a new partnership or relationship of some kind, where there's more balance, there's more harmony. And there's an even load. Like with this situation, you were carrying the load by yourself. With this situation, it's more balanced and harmonious. So you could be getting help from friends or family or someone else. It could even be a romantic relationship, but it brings in healing, balance, and it allows you to be creative together. So it's a refreshing energy for you. For February, we have the Queen of Cups followed by the Four of Cups. With this energy, I feel like there's a necessity to nurture yourself, to indulge in some self-care. You could have some type of invitation or offer come in that you may be reluctant to take, or that you just are untrusting. I feel like you're not trusting with people. The Queen of Cups has the energy of Scorpio, so you could have a hard time trusting people. You could just be kind of suspicious about what people are offering you due to past relationships. But try to look at things with a fresh slate. Take it with fresh eyes, as if you've never seen something like this before, instead of being so suspicious, because there could be an opportunity that really changes your situation, that allows you to again find more emotional balance, because this is a 4. So there could be a breakup or some stressful or burdensome relationship that is ending. So again, it could be inviting a new relationship to come in, maybe not immediately, but it clears the energy and allows you to correct certain behaviors within yourself, do some healing, some self-reflection, and also just be very careful about where you invest your emotional energy and also your creative energy. So there could be an offer that involves some type of creativity, or that involves you investing emotionally, that you could be a little bit reluctant to take, but just take a second look at it before you say no. And February. So for March, we have the 4 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. The Four of Swords is here. So I feel like there's something that you're needing to take a break with or rest. And it's mental for you. It's something that stresses you out, bringing a lot of anxiety, could prevent you from getting sleep. You could be thinking about what people say about you behind your back, what people think about you. This could represent slander, lies, deceit, dishonor. Maybe you're thinking about all the wrongs maybe you have done to other people or that people have done to you. But there's a need to take a break, relax, rest, find balance in the mental state, and not allow your mind to repeat these cycles. So it's like if you've been through this before, that doesn't mean that you'll continue to go through it. But if you think about it all the time by law of attraction, you will. So it's really important for you to allow your mind to take a break, like really be in control of that and be aware of your conscious mind and what you allow to circulate there. So maybe meditation can help, maybe taking a vacation or taking a solo trip. Sleeping or resting a lot can assist you with definitely meditating. It will help rewire your brain and help you find new ways to think about things and strategize. So you won't be harping on situations that ended badly, that involves you being stabbed in the back or wounded or betrayed or spoken harshly about. So it's like you're tired of people having bad things or negative things to say about you, and you don't want to hear it anymore, but you keep thinking about it. So it's important for you to stop thinking about it, because then even if it's not taking place, you'll create that reality for yourself, because you just keep telling yourself that it exists. So it will exist because you'll make it exist. So just be mindful of that. Picking up the cards by accident. That's in March, January, February, March, April. So by April, there's a tower card. There's an epiphany. The King of Cups here. I feel like it could be a very emotional one for you. It could be very tumultuous. It can involve creativity. This is going to be a very healing and feminine energy. So there could be tragedies or things that we deem as a tragedy or very detrimental, sudden, unexpected, disruptive things that take place. And it could be in the emotional space for you, helping you to mature into this King of Cups energy. It could also just be emotions that you've been holding in for a long time that now you need to finally express in a mature way. So you could be learning how to do that. The Tower here can just represent something that was unexpected. And I think it disrupts your emotional foundation and how you've accumulated these feelings over some time. It could be getting exposed, but it's something that's in an emotional epiphany of some sort. You're realizing how you behave emotionally. You're realizing, or the type of person that you want to be. You're realizing how you can find a new level of emotional maturity. Because I feel like the Tower is what happens. Whatever this happens here, it exposes this King of Cups energy, this mature, compassionate, caring, loving energy, or what's missing, what needs to be there, what should be within the foundation when you rebuild. I hope that makes sense. May, we have the Seven of Cups and the Seven of Cups. How about that? Choices, options, confusion. Maybe your emotions are all over the place. Maybe you're not really sure which way to go. Things can feel very, like you could be feeling yourself getting pulled in different directions. There could be lots of temptation, lots and lots of temptation. It could even feel like I'm sure this is going to be frustrating to an extent. It can feel exciting because you can feel overly optimistic and feel like, oh, all of these options are great, right? You can get lost, like, oh, I'm the man, I'm the woman, I'm just you can get a little arrogant and feel like, oh, all of these options are coming to me, I must be great. But I also feel like there's temptation here. And with temptation, that means that not all of these options are great for you. So it's really important to be discerning. What is this, May? Yeah. So in May, it's very important to be discerning. This is also when we have our first eclipse in Taurus, so it can be a very emotional one. The new moon eclipse, so that solar eclipse, let's see. I'm like, I have my notes right here, but I don't want to pull them out and like veer off from this reading and make it about astrology. But anyway, this could be a very confusing period or very tempting period. And it's very important that you are discerning and that you connect to your higher self and your spirit so that you can fine tune that connection and you know exactly which way it's best for you to be guided to go so that you don't allow these indulgences to draw you in and make you choose the wrong option, because I feel like the temptation is going to be extremely high. Okay. That's the Scorpio energy and 2-7. So you could be very lucky if you choose correctly, but if you rush and you're impulsive and you make an emotional choice, or you're not allowing your intuition or your psychic abilities to lead you or guide you, then you could probably choose wrong. So just be careful. So June, we have the 7 of Pentacles followed by the Star card. I feel like you've invested in something and now you're seeing how the benefit of it, the return on your investment is this healing star energy. It's this self-improvement, this self-awareness, this authentic Aquarian energy that could be why I was feeling a lot of Aquarius energy. I had already done Aquarius's energy or reading, and I don't know why I was thinking like, oh, I got to do Aquarius's reading. And I'm like, you're tripping, you've already done it. But maybe this is you channeling your inner Aquarius. Maybe you've got some Aquarius placements, or maybe Uranus is making an important transit for you. But Uranus is going to be doing a lot of things. But anyway, Aquarius energy with the Star card. This is about authenticity. It's healing and rejuvenation. So maybe you've taken the time to put the effort towards healing something, rebuilding something, planting some seeds, nurturing them, and watching them grow. So maybe this is an energy of patience and healing, and taking your time with something. It could be something outside of yourself that you've invested in. It could be a business, it could be a child, it could be your family, it could be your home, it could be your body, it could be your diet. Maybe you actually have a garden, but something about it is gaining you some attention. You're getting some recognition, but there's also a contemplation and a reflection here, because you're applying this lesson in this situation to other areas of your life. And it's bringing in this healing and rejuvenation, making you feel more confident in your own skin, making you feel more aware of who you are and trust yourself. I love that. And you could be getting a lot of attention, like your light could be elevated because you just are more authentic and you stand out when you are more of who you are, because there's nobody else like you. So with July, we have the Knight of Wands and the Six of Swords. The Knight of Wands and the Six of Swords. So you could be feeling yourself a little bit. Maybe you're traveling or moving around a lot. You could be moving on from somebody who's a little arrogant, or leaving a relationship behind. Maybe you've been dating, but also just putting yourself out there. It does have the energy of feeling more confident, putting yourself out there. So you could be traveling to do so, going overseas. Or just making the decision to put yourself first and do what feels good for you, and not allow stressful situations to consume you and consume your mind. You're just moving on. If something seems stressful, you could just be moving on. Maybe you're moving on quickly. Maybe it's a little impulsive. Maybe you could misread certain situations, thinking like, oh, this looks like it's about to be stressful, I'm about to move on. So you can be like ghosting. This could have the energy of ghosting. You could be ghosting something, someone, or abandoning some type of responsibility. But this is a reminder of patience and what patience gives you. So just don't let that lesson slip too far away from you. But this Knight of Wands, it does feel like I'm feeling myself. I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go take this trip. So it does feel a little bit impulsive. Make sure that you're not rationalizing adventure and making it like in your mind translating to like I'm actually running from my responsibilities or running from something because it seems hard or it seems difficult or it seems like it's going to stress me out, when really sometimes things are just giving us a little pressure for growth. But you could just rationalize it as like, oh, I'm going on an adventure, I'm eliminating stress from my life, but really you're just avoiding a hard lesson because you don't like the way it feels. You know what I mean? So just be mindful of how you choose to rationalize things this month. All right. August. August, we got the Four of Cups again with the Page of Cups. So you could be presenting an offer to someone, or again, you could be receiving an offer. It could be mutual. With the Four of Cups here, I feel like you could be stuck in a rut, needing a new situation. Maybe something that's kind of like touch and go. Maybe it's fun, but it's inconsistent and you're ready to move on. But with the Four of Cups here, there could be an offer. It's something that wants to help you get out of this space that you're in, to reconnect to yourself, to find, again, emotional balance. And I feel like you just are trying to avoid this emotional energy and it keeps coming back. It keeps following you because you can't avoid it. So finally, you could be learning how to deal with it, because the Page of Cups is a novice energy. It's a learning energy. It's an innocent, naive energy. So maybe you're realizing, okay, I really don't know much about this. Let me just try to put a little effort towards figuring it out, right? Once again. And it's like there's a reluctance towards doing so. You don't really want to, but you do. And it is fulfilling and rewarding, emotionally fulfilling, but you're not the type of sign who wants to deal with emotions. Like you just want to have fun and do things that are you're probably more of an extrovert. So this is a more contemplative, reserved, reflective type of energy. So you could be reflecting on your childhood, and it could just be bringing up a lot of emotions for you. And I feel like it's something that you don't really want to do, especially in the summertime, but it's necessary. It's coming up for you and you have to deal with it. So I think you're taking a little bit of a closer look. It can open up some conversations. You could be writing about it, maybe channeling it into some creative art or writing, like poetry or telling stories about. You could be having conversations about your childhood. You could be writing in your journal. But I feel like these old emotions, old memories, things like that are coming up and you're working through it. You're reflecting on it. You're seeing it from a different angle now. And I don't know, it just, you feel inspired by something. You could be getting some information that triggers you emotionally in a good way, but I think the thing that you think is bad is just because you don't want to deal with the emotions. Like, it's happening for the intention of it is good, and it is going to bring balance and happiness and creativity and inspiration, because it's like if certain things wouldn't happen, then the trajectory of your life wouldn't be, you wouldn't be where you are. So you need the good with the bad. There's always good in the bad. There's always bad in the good. So you're reflecting on certain things. You're understanding things better, but also like you don't want to deal with the emotional part of it. And that part is a little uncomfortable for you, which is understandable. So that's August. September, we got the 9 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. So you could be working hard towards something, but this is resilience. Like, you want to quit, you want to give up, you want to throw in the towel, probably frequently and often, because you feel beaten up, you feel worn out, you don't feel like you can finish or complete or have the stamina. Very reflective of how the year started for you with this 10 of Wands. It's like you can get through it, but you feel like, am I repeating myself? Like, am I making the same mistake as before? Like, something about this feels like I'm not making the right decision or choice, but you are. And I also, like, you'll make it through. Like, you're not the type that quits. This is a warrior energy. This is your energy. But also the 9 of Wands is like it wants to give up, but it's see it through to the end. Like, no matter what, my back is against the wall. I'm gonna get through this. Like, I don't want to. I want to give up, but I'm going to push through anyway. And the Seven of Pentacles energy is just reflecting on what something is going to cost you, how much you're going to have to invest in something financially, with your effort, with your time, with your energy, how much it's going to cost you. And then also, like, you're reflecting, like, okay, is it worth it? If I quit now, all my hard work, will it go to waste? Or would I be better off investing elsewhere? Like, am I just quitting because I feel beat up and worn down? Or do I just need to be patient and wait a little bit longer and see what blooms from all of the hard work that I've put into this situation? The Seven of Pentacles. Sorry. I know there's something else that's going to help me make it make more sense. Hardest fiscal responsibility. I was wrong. But yeah, you're realizing that you're responsible for seeing this through to the end, but also that you're trying to figure out if it's worth it for you to finish. And it's like, you've come so far, you're nearly at the cross line. I mean, at the finish line. This is my push through card. Like, you're trying to convince yourself to push through, and you're taking a look at the progress that you've made or lack thereof, and you're trying to assess whether or not it's worth it to continue. That's where you're at on the path that you're on. Or it may not be the path that you're on. It could be the way that you're traveling the path. So that's what this contemplation is about, and this reassessment is about. After you get through this emotional part, maybe you realize, I hadn't had any business doing this anyway, and maybe that's why I'm so beat up. So it's gonna work out differently for some of you. Some of you realize you may be on the wrong path. You may be like, I'm not even supposed to be here. That's why I hate this. Some of you are really like, oh, okay, I hate this because I'm being stubborn and I'm being a brat, or I'm being emotionally reactive about what's happening, and I can just choose to see it a different way, or I can utilize this energy a different way and alchemize it and create something else. Like, you're realizing, like, oh, I can just move differently and I can get through this. But some of you realizing, like, I need to move, period, because I don't need to be here. So it's just going to vary for you. And that's what this reflective, contemplating energy is about. October, we have the Star card and the Fool. I love this combination together. So I feel like you're in this place where you are sure of yourself. There's been a rebirth of some sort. Like, you're a whole new different person. You're ready to take chances, take risks. You're ready to put yourself out there. You're ready to be seen as who you truly are. And you're just not worried about anybody else around you. This is Uranus and Aquarius energy. Uranus rules Aquarius. Come on now. Like, this is you being ultimately authentic in who you are, being your best self, being your most authentic and truest self. But it's also an energy of harmony and just having peace with not knowing and unexpected. Maybe you're getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. Maybe it's exciting for you, but it feels very light and fun, and like, maybe you don't know what's happening next, but you don't care. It's just like, whatever, this is free. You feel liberated. That's what this is. It's a very liberating feeling. So you feel very balanced in your emotional energy, but I think also grounded, and that balance of the elements of earth, water, fire, air, like all of those elements coming together to make you feel just really like you just are in a very good place. You're very balanced. It does feel mature. It feels like you're making calculated steps. You're not thinking too hard about things. You're just feeling things out. You could be connecting to your intuition and allowing your higher self to guide you, but it does feel like being your best, truest, most authentic self and enjoying life. I love that for you. So October, we have the King of Cups and the High Priestess. Listen, some psychic abilities, intuition, channeling is coming on. You're connecting more with your creativity, with your femininity, your inner feminine energy. So again, this integration is like you're gonna, since you're a fire sign, you're more compatible with air. It's going to be easier for you to master that mental energy first in the first part of the year. Once you get through that mental energy, now you have to start getting into that emotional energy. And that emotional energy is connected to your spirituality, your inner femininity, your inner knowing, your subconscious mind. So you're achieving this. Remember, this King of Cups came out with the Tower. You're achieving this King of Cups energy, this emotional maturity, this compassion, this empathy, this awareness, this psychic awareness, this inner knowing that it's not tangible, it's not logical. You feel it, you feel connected to it, and you feel confident in it. Because you've gone through these experiences, that faith is the only thing that could take you through or help you. Like, you took this leap of faith and you lived by faith. And this sparked something in you. Like, keep in mind, like, these cards are representing in like seeds being planted for each month. So it's going to play out over some time, but these are the most significant shifts and like, this is the highlight of what's being brought to the surface. So this King of Cups energy is this emotional awareness and security, the ability to express love in a compassionate and mature way. And then the High Priestess, again, is just that inner knowing, having this perceptivity, being connected to the occult, the unseen, to the collective. Yeah, it's just, this energy allows you to just be more compassionate for other people and just kind of have a soft spot for or not a soft spot, but an inner knowing and an intuitive empathy for those that need it. And then for December, we have the Three of Pentacles with the Seven of Wands. So you could be standing up for someone on your team, defending someone who you work with or work closely with. This can be looked at like school. It represents like apprenticeship, practicing, showing off your skills, collaborating with others, or growing or building something together. So it could require lots of resilience, hard work, stamina with the Seven of Wands, but also it feels like you're either standing up for yourself or someone else. You could be defending what you do, what you learn, where you practice, who you practice with, whom you learn from. Something about that is prominent. Like that Seven of Wands energy, it feels like, no, you're not about to come for this here because I believe in this and I'm practicing and it's bringing me stability and grounding, and it's like you're tenacious, hardworking. It's like no matter what, nothing's gonna come between me and this thing. And then this thing can just be a community that you found where you can practice and learn and build together and grow. And you found people who are patient with you. It can be looked at as like a fraternity, a club, a social group, or something. If you found people who recognize your work, your growth, your tenacity, your ability to work hard and be resilient, and you're gaining that recognition. So it's like you feel very protective over this club, this group, whomever you've come together with. So I love that for you, Aries. Feels like you're mastering some parts of yourself that aren't really as simple for you. Some challenging stuff, but it's worth it. So let's get a self-care card for you to close this reading. I hope this resonated and made sense. If you want to dig deeper into the year for yourself on a personal level, please connect with me for personal readings. I love personal readings a lot better than general readings. There's just so many stories that can come up it can be a little bit exhausting to try to name every single one and make it all make sense. Can I get a card for Aries, please? All right, sound healing and soak in a bath. That will definitely help you connect to your intuition, to your emotions, and be more compassionate. And then healing. Sound healing. Sound healing has a mantra. Well, all of these cards have a mantra. I receive healing energy with grace and ease. Specific sound frequencies like love frequency of 528 hertz offer unique healing energies because of the way they resonate with our cells and the water of our bodies. Sound healing often involves a mix of crystal bowls, didgeridoos, gongs, tuning forks, and other sacred instruments to help create vibrational frequency that brings a deep meditative and dreamlike state, often resulting in visions, memories, and bodily sensations that illuminate areas of life that need attention. So listening to frequency music, healing sounds, specific frequency sounds, like I did that for a long time to do like subconscious healing for myself. And it works. And I feel like it really can advance you because one, you already are healing in your sleep. Your subconscious mind is more powerful and your subconscious mind is active when you sleep. So when you do subconscious programming, you subconsciously heal your mind and heal yourself, and everything else kind of falls into place. So it's like working smart, not hard. So listening to frequency sounds and music while you're sleeping was like a cheat code. It's one of my favorite cheat codes. So you can definitely do that. You can just listen to crystal bowls or just the frequency sounds and like binary beats is kind of what I'm playing in the background. You may not be able to hear it though. It says seek out a sound journey based on a specific mood, frequency, chakra, or environment. With more and more options out there, you'll find something that is just right for you. Either download a sound healing recording and listen to it in your home, or find out if there's a local yoga studio or healing center where you can experience one with a trained specialist. Be sure to journal about the emotions and memories that can come up for you during this session. The journal prompt is participate in a sound healing and write about your experience before, during, and after the journey. How do you feel in your mind, body, and heart? And then soak in a bath. I let healing waters restore me. And this is a way for you to these are some cheat codes to make it easier for yourself to connect to that water energy, to connect to your emotional energy, and kind of work through those uncomfortable parts of your healing journey in a simple, easy way. Easier. It's not easy. It's just easier. It's easier than it could be. Baths are an ancient ritual for energetic and bodily cleansing. Gather sacred items like crystals, candles, essential oils, and flowers, and sink into certain crystals you cannot get wet. So just be mindful about what type of crystals you use. It says, and sink into the warm water. Imagine the water washing away all that no longer serves you. You can also do this in a shower. You can go to a beach, a river, take a dunk. Take a dunk in a natural body of water. Or you can just take a bath. Anyway, connect with the beauty of the meaningful objects you've assembled and imagine their illuminating energy and radiance bathing you. Take your time with washing your hair and your body, cleansing and pampering yourself like a goddess or god. Afterwards, nourish your skin with natural oils and creams. Brush your hair slowly and softly. Give yourself a breast massage. Fully relax and stay naked for as long as you can, enjoying the feeling of your body. How can you make a bath feel like more of a sacred self-care ritual? So that's something that you can do. Soak in a bathtub, clean your bathtub out, soak in a bath, add some herbs, add some salt, add some bubble bath. Just make it more than just a bath. Make sure you just take a shower first and just relax. Let that just be a moment to connect to the water and connect with yourself. And there's a lot happening, though it may not feel like there's a lot happening. So spiritually, things can come into alignment. Light yourself some candles, some incense, put some crystals around your tub, and go for it. And if you need to hear sound healing, I have a couple of videos of me on here playing my sound bowls, my little dwarf lock that I accidentally got cut. But anyway, yeah, you can go somewhere live in person. I would say that's always better. You can resonate with those sounds a lot better and easier, more genuinely in person. But you can also just listen to the frequency music. I tend to fall asleep to frequency music very often. So good for you, Aries. I hope this reading resonated with you. I hope it makes sense. And I do hope you decide to check out readings in the future. I may be taking a break next month just so I can redesign the way I do my readings and reapproach it, because I don't want it to be, I don't want to do repetitive, boring readings. I also want to just make sure I'm setting myself apart from the different types of readings that are out there. So I'm working on revamping some things. So stick around, watch the weekly readings and the other zodiac readings that are out for now. And until next time, peace, love, and light.